Welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing round 2 of the 2013 NHL Playoffs, and right now we are talking with Ross Benjamin. His website is rbwins.com. We're going to talk about San Jose Sharks and the LA Kings. Ross, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Peter.
All right, before we get into this series, tell us a little bit about who you are and about your website, rbwins.com.
I've been public since 2002. I've been doing this about 25 years now, Peter.
Wow.
So I'm a survivor.
Yes.
You can find my website at rbwins.com, where it's a pay after you win site, which means every day, single game purchases, single game packages, daily packages. You're guaranteed you must win or you get your money back. That's rbwins.com. Currently, Peter, I'm on a terrific roll, 10-3 the last 3 days with my pay selections. I have 7 other great handicappers there as well. That's rbwins.com.
All right, sounds very good. I'll just be perfectly honest. Last 3 days for me were not good, but that's okay. Overall, I still consider myself a pretty decent handicapper. We're going to talk about San Jose and the Kings. We're going to discuss the series price right now, and the only site that I've seen that has it right now is 5 Dimes. It has the Kings minus 145, San Jose plus 125. But when all the other sites come out with their odds, the market-wide juice on this series will get a lot shorter. You know, of course, San Jose, absolutely, they swept Vancouver. Vancouver didn't really put up that much of a fight, though. The Kings coming off of a brutal series, hard-hitting, very defensive, and very physical against the St. Louis Blues. Now, I'll tell you what, if this were a first-round matchup, I might be leaning towards the Kings just because they're bigger, they're faster, but with how easy San Jose had it in the first round and how tough the Kings had it in their first round series, I'm thinking San Jose plus 125 is the way to go on the series. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to disagree with you.
Really? Okay.
Respectfully so, by the way.
No, sure. This is a tough series.
I personally believe, Peter, that the movement's going to go the other way. I think you're going to see San Jose before this series, the LA Kings before this series opens up, be a 155 to 160 favorite. And I like the Kings for the opposite reasons that you just alluded to. I do think that the level of competition in the first round, St. Louis to me was a team that was playing very well down the stretch.
Absolutely.
And I fully expected that to be a tough series. And the Kings showed a lot of grit and a lot of gall, and they came out of that with a hard-fought victory, no doubt. They had a harder time than San Jose did against Vancouver. You look at Vancouver, though, Peter, they faltered down the stretch.
Yeah.
Goaltending was really iffy. And I think that this is the tough series is going to pay dividends for the Kings in the second round. I do think Jonathan Quick is back on his game after a subpar regular season. I like the LA Kings here. I'll lay the number, 145, 150, whatever it is.
Yes, you talk about Jonathan Quick playing very well. Absolutely, no disagreement there. But Naimi is playing almost even better. I mean, who would you rather have in goal if you were building a playoff team right now? You could have Quick or Niemi. Who would you rather have?
I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. I'd take Quick. I mean, he's proven himself. This is a guy who won a Stanley Cup. That's no slight on Niemi. He played terrific against Vancouver, okay? But, I mean, here's a guy who won a Stanley Cup already last year, and he more or less put the team on his back on a lot of those games in that Stanley Cup run. So, I mean, if you put me up against the wall, I'd have to take Jonathan Quick.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what this series reminds me of a little bit. You know how in college football, teams that play against LSU have a horrible ATS record the next week? Just after you play a tough, physical, gritty team or a game or a series, it just takes a lot out of you no matter who you are. And here, the Kings are going to be matched up against a similar team. San Jose is very defensive-oriented, very physical. They both have phenomenally good penalty kills, and I'm just thinking that factor might be in play here. But you think that the 3 days off that the Kings are going to have is enough?
Yeah, I think it's more than enough. And at this time of year, if you can't get ready to play, there's something wrong. I just think St. Louis was playing so well down the stretch.
No question.
LA fell behind 2-0 in the series. They showed a lot of wherewithal.
Yes.
And I think that's going to carry over to the next series.
No, it was a very impressive rebound and win by the Kings for sure, getting road wins as well in that one. And, of course, there could be, maybe rust for San Jose after such an easy first round matchup, like you said. Then a week off, and then they come back and all of a sudden, bam, they're in a serious, tough playoffs situation. I'm just not sure. I mean, the thing about the Sharks is that their young guys really stepped up in the first round, and if they do that again, I think that they're going to be able to compete. And again, it has to do with the odds. I mean, if the Kings were plus 125, I'd be leaning towards the Kings probably. But I don't know. All right, we'll see how this turns out. I think we'll learn a lot after the first two games. But officially, your lean is towards the Kings, even at minus 145, and my lean is towards San Jose at plus 125.
That's correct. 145 to 160. I'm on the Kings big.
All right, we will see where the movement is and how the first few games play out. Thanks so much, Ross Benjamin from rbwins.com. Great preview.